Hello, everybody. So imagine this. You're running super late for school or work or something important. So you just rush out the door and you go hop in the car, and then you get to wherever you're going, let's say it's school, and then you realize you forgot your phone. And then you panic. And you're thinking in your head, am I gonna make it through the day without my phone, or should I just go home and get it in this first hour? And believe it or not, some people actually will go home and get their phone. So I used to be that girl who was always on their phone, and in some ways I still am. And whenever I was hanging out with my friends, they would always nag me about being on my phone, like, Raya, get off your phone, and I was like, no. So then one day, my good friend Hannah Fish sat me down and was like, Raya, this has got to stop. Every time you come over to my house, you just sit on my bed and watch Netflix or play on your phone or just play games. And that's when it really hit me. I was like, this has got to stop. Because I used to do that all the time. I would just go to my friend's house and just sit there on my phone and ignore them the entire time. And the point of being there is to hang out with them and spend time with them. And I would say we would make cookies, or we would do arts and crafts or something like that, but then that wouldn't happen because I'd be sitting there on my phone, not paying any attention to anything. So there are positives and negatives to being on your phone, and I'm sure most of you have heard the negatives to being on your phone, but I'm here to tell you about the positives of being off of your phone. And the first thing is you'll become more efficient. And a huge thing with me was doing my homework when I have my phone sitting right there and I can see it light up or I hear it buzz or go off or something. It's right there and you're going to want to answer right then and there. So then you pick it up, you answer whatever it is, and then you put it back down. And then they respond, so you pick it back up, and then you're going to respond. And it's this back and forth thing, and you're not able to focus on your homework that's right there in front of you, which you should be doing. So it's going to take you forever to get it done instead of just getting it done right then and there. And then the next thing is you'll learn the difference between an emergency and an emergency. So an emergency being oh, these two people just broke up and one of them just got together with somebody else. And a real emergency being, this person just passed away, or this person right here is suffocating. I mean, those are really drastic examples, but those are real emergencies. And speaking of emergencies, people are so obsessed with their phones that they're bringing them into the tubs with them and just playing on them because they can't be away from their phones for 20 minutes. And then they drop them, and the next thing you know, there's a funeral. And then another positive is you'll sleep better. So it's like the homework example is, so your phone's right there. If it's on and it's right there, you're going to hear it going off, you're going to see it light up, and it's going to keep you from falling asleep quicker, and you're not going to get the good sleep you need for the next day, as to where if you had it off and out of sight, you're going to be able to fall asleep a lot quicker. So there's a recent study at Kent State University that links the frequent usage of cell phones and reduced levels of happiness. And a few things that it highlights is face-to-face contact, spending less time outside, being less active, and jealousy and social comparison. So with the face-to-face contact, it says you derive more happiness from a face-to-face conversation with somebody rather than texting them or calling them or FaceTiming them over the phone. And then with spending less time outside, humans spend the first 99% of time as creatures of outdoors. So we adapted to that, and we got used to we would soak up all the vitamin D from the rays of the sun, and now we're sitting inside on our phones. And we spend about 52 hours per week on our phones. And this time used to be used outside. And with that being said, that's also time that you're not spending being active and getting the necessary exercise that you need. And when you're exercising, it will release a hormone. It's your happy hormone, and with increased levels of that hormone, meaning you're exercising more, it has been shown to reduce depression. And then with the jealousy and social comparison is when you're on your phone and when you're on, let's say, Instagram, and you're seeing these Instagram models or your favorite actress and actresses or singers, and you're seeing the kind of life that they're living, or I don't know, I mean, like, let's say like their body or something. But you're seeing that, and you might, like, you probably want that, and you'll start to compare your life with them, and you really shouldn't, because it's not realistic for everybody to have that kind of life. And so just put down your phone and open up your mind to a new perspective. So when you put down your phone, you'll be able to see things a lot more clearly and not through one little thing in your hand. So there's a whole world outside of your phone. You just have to be willing to open up your eyes to see it. And just don't let your phone take up the time with your close friends and family. So I challenge you guys to try to decrease your phone usage by about 25%, let's say. Thank you.